email them, it's not just email them and then they charge me after hour. There's no freaking way it takes them 1 hour to switch that out. You know what I mean? So I want to email them with a list of things that we need to have done, and maybe we email them. What?
Yeah, that's the list. I made the list. It's in that thread, and so I made them a list of all the areas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's already happened.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Sorry, Rudee, I didn't see that.
Okay.
There it is.
I've been going back and forth with Julia on it. And then originally they were just going to show me how to do it. But then she mentioned if I break anything, that's not covered under your warranty. And I'm like, fuck that.
No, I know. And they what's it called? I know that's how they're good friends. They're not good friends of mine. I actually know them personally, and they're doing really good work. But they're a real company. Like they charge a lot of money because they actually, I mean, look at my website, right? It's not a.
I know. But I'm just saying they were gonna show me how to do it, but then they mentioned that if anything breaks, it's not under warranty. So I'm like, never mind.
I'm also thinking like that video that's playing. I want to see a different video. Like I want like a 2-minute trailer. Like I want to create a trailer video where it's just my voice. You know what I mean? My voice and maybe like a 2-minute or even a minute, like kind of like I don't motivational kind of thing. With like not just me speaking but me speaking with the mountains and you know what I mean, like that motivational movie kind of thing. Do you know how we can get that done?
You can definitely. That's definitely an Upwork type thing that can get done pretty cheaply. I'd say I think the minimum you could get that done for is like between $250 and $400.
$250 and $400 just for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, for someone to video you like high quality video.
It wouldn't be sorry, Frank. It wouldn't be a video of me. They would just be taking cuts of this video with like stock footage, and then I would just do a voiceover all of it. I'd
still say $150 would be your minimum.
Yeah, but that's worth it for me to have like a kick-ass video that kind of is playing. And it's almost like they even said actually probably not even a voiceover because now I think about it because he said that video websites that have voice that play right away, people jump off them right away because they're usually at work or something.
Yeah, you start with the video off and then you have it like so that people can turn the video on if you want to.
Yeah.
Or you can just not do any voiceover at all.
Yeah, and make it cheaper and they just take all these videos and cut them together.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Frank?
Is Frank coming?
Yeah, he's there.
Hi.
He's on?
Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So, so how do you want to do this? I could walk through what we were thinking. We cut it short and just to make sure everybody's on the same page.
I'd love to just kind of make sure that I'm fully framed up on where you guys are and what the deliverables are and just making sure I've got my head wrapped around it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so when they click on the Facebook ad, they're going to land on a page. I'll call it the opt-in page. And on that page is going to be a video that basically the call to action is we're going to provide you a special report and a video with 5 tips, whatever. We hadn't figured out what that is yet. So they leave their first name and their email address, then it's going to land them on a page that basically resonates with them, what their problem is. It's going to tell them, what I'm thinking now, it's going to tell them that your PDF will be emailed to them so it doesn't slow them down in terms of scheduling an appointment. Then the call to action on the video will be to schedule an appointment. If they click that, they'll schedule the appointment. They'll land on a page. We're already working on the copy that says, thank you, these are the guidelines, make sure you're on time, that kind of thing. Okay, so then when they opt in, there's 5 emails that go out. And those emails will have besides encouraging to schedule, the emails will also it'll be like there's a ready, willing, and able component that if they're ready to learn more about the course right away, they can click on that. It'll take them to a sales page, the main sales page, selling the program. And the call to action on selling the program is an appointment as well. So, Kavon said with active campaigns, we can set it up if they schedule an appointment out there. He was, we were talking about it. He was going to map out a little doc, below us thing. But that was basically, what it is. And then we're also going to, we had some discussions about the video and how to do that. Did you go over any of that, Kavon, or not yet? Any of that stuff?
The videos, no, no, not at all.
Okay. Anyways, there'll be a video of him speaking and different cutaways. That's basically it.
Okay, awesome. So I think the overall, with the mastery of how the funnels and flow goes, I'm definitely gonna, I don't really have any comments on that. I totally defer to your expertise in terms of the order of the steps and the progression of the funnel. I'm leaving that to master. So my questions are in two places. The first is, it's a lot of, how, over what period of time are those emails coming to people? The 5 emails that are triggered.
Yeah, about it one a day.
Okay, cool. And so basically we're looking at from the time they come in through the funnel to the time that everything completes is about a week long funnel that they're in. Am I right?
Well, that's just not necessarily. Okay, so let me answer it this way. I'll answer by saying, what's the shortest time to when we hopefully take the order? So I'll put it that way. Okay, so we'll start with the shortest. Okay, the shortest path would be this. They come to the opt-in page, they would opt in, they would watch the video with Kavon, and they would click the button to schedule. Okay? So theoretically, if they took immediate action, I would say on the fast side of this equation, within 2 days he'd be on the phone with them. I mean, there's other constraints like availability and all the rest, but leaving that out of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but on a maximum timeline, it's a week, right?
Well, is that because of the 5 emails? Is that why you're saying that?
Yeah. I'm just trying to just understand over, if they, of course we want people moving really quickly, but I'm saying if we have a slow Nancy, I'm just trying to figure out how long of an engagement we have with everything that's automatic.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So if they don't make the appointment, we have 5 chances to get them to do that, right? So the last chance is 5 days. There is something else at some point we can test as well. I mean, I think this is the better option, but we could split test if we wanted to down the road. I don't think it's ideal, but you never know until the market tells you, is to go immediately from Facebook to an opt-in to the sales page. But I'm a big believer in building value and giving stuff away before you actually ask them to buy something. People are so tired of being sold something,
Yeah, I mean, especially at its price point, I think definitely. I'm just trying to. The reason I'm asking that is I'm wrapping my head around the stuff that we're putting into these content pieces is where I wanted to add, a bit of input at that point. Whatever the funnel is, whatever the system is, what happened, like we were talking about yesterday, is every single point of this funnel that they're being encouraged to do something, change the situation. Kavon is going to speak with them about it. So I don't think it needs to be anything, it doesn't need to be anything super intense. It doesn't have to be any actions they need to perform, but in all of these touches, in the page where they first land, in the 5 follow-up emails, in every single point of engagement, since this space is tremendously pretty much overdone, the key point of differentiation that we've got for Kavon's entire brand is that he's the take action guy. It's people are, yes, they're being motivated and listening to him speak, but the point for now is that whenever they see Kavon's face, they're taking action. And that's what we're trying to really train people to get to do. So it's not about anything that they could ever passively consume. It's just always Kavon is inviting them to really get into it, really dig their hands in and to really make a change right now, and they're able to see those small differences and be encouraged by those, and and that's what you're talking to them on the phone about, either why they didn't do it or what happened when they did. Even on his Facebook Lives, the calls to action are, hey, do this right now, or share with me what's in your way so we can talk about what's in your way right now. And so just keeping that at the center of all the content, the video sequence that I wrote out, and I'll make sure that you get a copy also.
Uh-huh.
But it basically centered on, the first video was talking about setting the goal and acknowledging whatever limitations that they feel are in the way of the goal just right away. And then the second one was digging more into the discipline around what it's going to take to get to the goal and identifying, what's working and what's not working, and then inviting them to talk to him about it. And then the third one is really looking at what success means, like what it's going to mean when they get there. But each of those had like a pretty clear, hey, do this, just talk to me about it. Are you feeling stuck? Do you not have any ideas? Still talk to me about it. That kind of thing.
Okay, well, I'm just going to give you what I said before, just my own opinion about it. Not that I'm necessarily right, but anytime people have to do work, it's more resistance to them getting to the final part of this. So I'm just giving you the other perspective. So if somebody gets an email and it says, okay, go do this and go do that, the first thing is it's more work for them. The second thing, it's easier for them to make a judgment about the program before they get on the phone with Kavon. They may say, they could say anything. This is too complicated. This is that. I get the idea of where you're headed in terms of adding value and differentiating them, but my only concern, I'll say it from a copywriting perspective, is that we don't have them taking the main action, and my concern is, see, I was envisioning something like giving them very valuable information, takeaways and all, but not giving them any exercises or work to do.
That's just, yeah, I'm just going to intervene. I totally agree on both sides, but I think for the sales copy, I think Frank's right. Like, I mean, if all my lives are going to be call to actions, like, and I understand what you're saying, where you're like, always like, go do this right now. So they actually feel like they're getting something every time. That's not just content, but implementation. I don't know if it's really going to be that bad if my sales funnel is just more content too, because when they book, like the call to action is book that call with me and I'm going to give you all this information. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm saying book that call because why? Where I'm pushing is just, everything is so crowded. Everyone's like, we could all open up our inboxes right now and there's 700 things that we give no shit about. And so if there's a way, I totally get it. And I'm not saying, do a worksheet, do a whole big thing, but it's like, it's not just, hey, call me. It's, hey, call me so we can discuss this. And tying in a very, very tangible, real call to action around, yes, you've given them value, but like, okay, now what? And so you have this information, and now let's talk about how we're putting this information into action in this specific way. It's just taking it slightly to the next level, because the people that you're speaking to are probably a little bit more savvy than just the average person, because we're already talking to entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's either people who are creating these funnels themselves or get 500 of them. So it's really trying to say, here's this really valuable information that we definitely do want to give. And I'm with you, Frank, on that 1,000%. Here's this really valuable information, but here's this valuable information that's going to help you do what? And yes, I want you to call me, but I want you to call me because we're going to talk about how this valuable information is making your life different right now. Like it's context to it. So it's not, what I'm trying to avoid is people just kind of like just grazing and seeing this as just another program, because if we're looking at business development or mindset development, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of them. And the differentiation points that you have in a sea of thousands of people doing the same thing are, the ADD focus, which will take us somewhere, and we will be in a more distinct market. But where I want to really latch on is everything is towards this goal. So they're not just calling to talk with you; they're calling to talk to you about how to do this particular thing that you have set them up to want. And they know that they, it's going. We've got stuff that's calling for why they want to work with you, but it's more than just, hey, let's talk about, forward, call me so we can talk about this specific thing. And with that, I'm going to defer to the fact that, Frank, you have a lot more, years in the game on this, particularly for digital funnels.
Right.
And I'll let it,
Yeah, I want to give one other opinion, and I'm not trying to be, argumentative. I just want to get it out so everybody can come to a conclusion and give you one more part of my perspective on this. If it's an ADD person, okay, going to this email, and we're telling them to go do something, and Kavon, tell me, I could be totally off here. If we're telling them to do something, are those people going to react well with people that are already not very focused, or are they going to be overwhelmed by all these exercises? Just a question.
No, they're going to be like, I know for me personally, if someone asked me to do something before I booked a call, like that was like, I think though, what I think is where we're a little missing, you two are missing a little bit of a thing, right? I think, and it's on your side, Frank, is I think you're looking too deep into what Rudee's saying by a call to action.
Okay.
I don't think Rudee is saying, go do this hour process before you book with me.
Okay.
She's more saying, book with me, and while you're done booking with me, why don't you try this in the meantime? You know what I mean? Am I right, Rudee?
Yeah, so let me use an example. So say that within this sequence, the kickoff email of the sequence is kind of just using your format, Kavon, finding your vision before we do anything else. Like we start with vision. So the first email is some really valuable, just a piece of insight about vision. And the call to action isn't just like, like book with me. It's, okay, so the key part of defining your vision is, I'm just making something up right now. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Call me. Figure out, so where do you want to be in 5 years? Let's talk about it. Click this button. I'd love to hear your 5-year plan. Let's get on the phone. Let's take that 5-year plan and figure out what you're doing with it. Let's go.
Yeah, do you see that? Do you see that, Frank?
Yeah. Now I understand.
Yeah, so it's not, you don't understand what she's saying, right? It's not an actual physical, like make them, it's more like, it's more, that's a sale, really.
Yeah, it's really, so I think what you're saying, it's 5 different appeals in different ways for them to book, right?
Yeah. And, but each of those appeals, yes, the ultimate goal is to get them on the phone with him, but I want them to see that having this phone call isn't just having this phone call. It's taking this concrete step to overcoming my barriers and getting to my dreams. It's like, it's call me because we're going to do this together when you call me.
Well, yeah, the only thing I would say about that, I'm getting completely now, it's a good idea what you're saying, is, I mean, we don't know what they're going to be, what's going to be their hot button, right? Necessarily. Correct?
No, we don't know extremely specifically, but I'd love to take, from kind of the things that I'm hearing in the testimonials, and this is what we've put together for Kavon Talks audiences.
Yeah.
Some cross marketing. It really comes down to 3 things. It's always money, forever money. Belief that you even can do it. And a feeling of like inertia / overwhelm / kind of just going with the flow, wanting to break that. And then it was, hold on, sorry, I have them all written down. So money, fear / self-belief / self-doubt. Inertia, going with the flow, just watching TV on weekends instead of doing anything. And then clarity on what the goal is. The biggest thing is people have this nagging feeling they want something more, but they don't know what more is.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't even define it, verbalize it, or do anything about it. So from my perspective, we could take those, since those are kind of the core things. And Kavon, please jump in here. From what you've seen with people talking to you on social media and feedback from your Facebook lives and things that people are messaging you about, do those seem on target?
Yeah, those are like, when you were saying through them, I was like, man, that's like actually kind of bang on. You said, I just want to get clear, is this like, well, the first one's belief, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second one's
belief in themselves and fear that they can't do it. Preventing.
Yeah. And then what was the other one? There was number one was belief. What was number two?
Money, all forms of money. Yeah.
Money.
Everything to do with money.
Yeah.
And then the third was motivation, or the will to do something else and not just go with the flow. They're in a rut and their lives are just moving forward on autopilot.
Yeah, like I would say, like, it's funny that it was money. Is that how you got out of that? Because that one I question, but belief for sure. Like what I do after this program and with me, I instill that belief in them. Like I instill that, like I make them start and believe, like make them believe that, holy shit, I can actually do this. What was I thinking? The third one you said too, I think was the more clarity, because you said most of these people sometimes they want more, but they don't know what more is. And because that program, and Frank, you've seen that, right? We break it down and figure out what is that more for them. What does that look like? So when they leave, they actually kind of go, oh, I can do it. I have a clear path, and I know what I want to do, you know?
And with money, I don't mean money in terms of lack of money. Money in terms of they know that they want something different for themselves financially, but they're not quite sure how to get it.
100%. Everyone that comes to me, the number one reason they're coming to me is because they're unhappy. No one's coming to me. I have never had one person come to me and their problem wasn't money.
Exactly. So like addressing that portion of things. So those are the 4 areas that I'm seeing. So what I'm suggesting is we take those areas, and throughout this whole process, all of the touch points, we're giving people a very concrete reason to speak with you about one of those things, and inviting them to, take the tiniest bit of initiative to frame up how they're coming into that conversation with you. So that's my just point of feedback that I'd like to offer as you guys go on this journey and on this process. Like, I think I'm totally with it on the funnels. I don't have anything to say about timing funnels because I don't know enough to throw my hat in. I mean, I've seen them and I've designed them, but I definitely don't know as much as Frank.
Okay,
so
good.
I think I really want to just really keep that differentiation, so they're never just consuming information, and B, it's never just like Kavon just giving them stuff. They're having to kind of raise their hand a bit and to have a little bit of a, some sort of thought going into this. And if those two things can happen, I'm great.
Good. So let me write these down. I've put them next to each email, so we'll worry about the order later. So money, what was the next one?
So money, fear / self-doubt.
Okay, hold on. Let me just get this down. Okay, next one.
I want to call it maybe inertia. I don't want to use the word laziness because that's a really bad connotation. So like inertia or stagnation and routine.
Okay, what's the next one? And
then the last one is lack of clarity, lack of clear motivation.
Okay, and you have another one, or we'll come up with one later, which is fine.
Let's see. Kavon, what can we put in for 5?
For number 5, do we have like self-belief?
Yeah, the fear. Well, maybe we can split them up. Fear can be by itself, and then self-belief can be another one.
the one for sure is definitely is the belief in it themselves, like their actual belief. Because a lot of these people, they feel something, but they don't even believe themselves. Like they don't even believe, they can't even envision it, right? And like if you can't believe in yourself and you can't envision it, there's nothing I can do that will help you. Nothing. There's nothing anyone can do. You start with the belief in itself. And I think a lot of these people, they come to me not believing that they can do it, and then I just say, "What do you mean?" Like I just do what I do and tell them you can do it.
So we can start with belief in self as the first one, and then maybe fifth can be specifically addressing,
like fear is. I would say fear is like addressing one of the beliefs, right? One of the common denominators for most people of why they don't believe in themselves is they fear to even believe in themselves. The fear is so strong, it's taken over that they've just lost. They just don't even remember what it takes to believe in themselves.
Okay, got it. Okay, got it. So I had a couple more questions about it. So one thing is, I mean, this may be stating the obvious, but put it in the context of an ADD entrepreneur. So, we can work on the copy, but like, I mean, I don't have to, you know what I mean? I don't have to go into it, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, I was kind of looking for lack of a better description, a little formula for the format of these emails. So I just brainstormed for a second. So this is just a rough idea. So, okay. So the first thing would be the topic, like money holding you back. So you kind of set, you kind of give a little intro. And then the next thing would be maybe, why does it hold most people like you back? Okay. Okay, and then the next thing would be, this is what to do about it. So those, I mean, I'm going to work on it some more, but Kavon, what do you think? Have I left anything out, just brainstorming the format? Oh, and then the other thing is, there's going to be on all of these at the bottom a ready, willing, and action kind of thing. There's going to be so a couple of things. There's going to be a call to action for scheduling the appointment. Okay. And then somewhere in here, actually to learn about the program directly. So where they don't have to, it's just another, it might send them, I haven't worked this all out yet, to the sales page with the appointment. So there's 2 pages where there could be an appointment. One page is, where he gives the video tips with the PDF, and the other is the straight sale. But Kavon, go ahead. Go on, sorry.
I think that's all super solid. What I would want to make sure is included is at least one kind of search for reference, because Kavon's billing himself as like an ADD ADHD expert. So I want to make sure each of those emails includes just one point of information from one of the resources in our research pile.
That's good.
In all of those emails to support whatever the theme is that's being said.
I like that, yeah.
And then, definitely a testimonial included, somewhere, or even if it's just in passing reference, when I worked with such and such, we did whatever, but just, giving that affirmation either through testimonial or through referencing the previous client.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. Go on.
I can make sure that I copy you on the case studies that we have, so you can use that.
Yeah, that's good. So Kavon, so I'll share this formula with all of you, but topic holding you back, why does it hold you back, what to do about it. I like the research and the testimonials. That's great. So anything else that you think should be there in the overall approach, either one of you?
I think kind of just starting it, hey, this is the issue. This is how this issue might have impacted you. Here's what I really, what we've been really stressing and has been resonating with people really well is those moments of vulnerability and openness from Kavon. So, referencing, and you guys probably need to work on this, directly, because like it's going to be his,
Yeah.
you don't have this on hand, they're from him, but really including in each of these emails, one of maybe three things. Either when Kavon realized he started needing to apply this to his own life,
Perfect.
like a moment that made him realize, oh shit, these are necessary.
I like that. Yeah.
Or a moment where Kavon saw the fruit and the benefit of applying this in his own life.
Yeah.
Or how Kavon managed difficulty in applying it to his own life. It's like, I started doing this, and this happened, so what I did was this. And like showing how he, stuck with it.
Yeah, that's good.
One of those three in every one of those, so that they can really feel him as a person,
That's a great idea. I like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so well, while we're brainstorming here, so I got this is good. So I got the idea on the emails. That's great. Eventually, Kavon, the way to go on this is video.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I mean, better than an email to have you, on video talking about this topic.
Yeah, for sure. Like email video, like there's verbiage, but they can also press play for like a 2-minute video. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because you come across much. I mean, you're more powerful, you're personal, all that stuff. So anyway, but
yeah, I'm seeing the basic flow as, here's what's up, and here's how it's most likely impacted you as an entrepreneur trying to, make your mark with ADD, ADHD. Here's how it involved me or my clients, like just getting kind of personal. And now here's what you do about it. Here's the action that you want to take to do something about it. Call me. I'm going to help you do this action.
I like it. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So then, so what we got to work on now, Kavon, is we did work on the on the opt-in. So now we got to work on what the tips are, right, in that video. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I just want to think this through, at least for starters here. So one thing we could do is the tips could be related to the 5 points again. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's one approach we could take.
The tips are going to be related to...
In other words, we have 5 emails on 5 topics, right?
Yeah.
So one thing we could do is have the video talking about those 5 topics. Now you might say it's duplicate with the emails, but people are not going to pick up on all of this. So it just doesn't work that way. So that's one approach. Or the other thing we could do is do fresh content. I'm kind of thinking out loud here about it. We got to think it through. That's where we're at now in terms of the copy, figuring out what those items are. So, no, this is good on the emails. I like this whole thing. This format is going to work out very well.
Okay.
So yeah, I think if we can keep that kind of formula, all the touch points, from their sales page to his videos to everything, if we can kind of hopefully be in pocket.
Yeah, good. Sounds good to me.
Well, that I had, just speaking for me, is on Kavon's website, there's going to be a work with me page where people click to get onto that page.
Yeah.
Are you writing that? Am I writing that? What's going on there?
Yeah, I wasn't going to be writing it.
Okay, that's cool. I got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, anything else?
Kavon?
No, just the work with me page. Should it be, what do you call it? Like on the same line as what that landing page, opt-in page is going to say, or is it going to be different? Like, what's it going to be?
I mean, did you see the draft that I sent you when we were talking last week? That's what I have.
Okay, so should I send that to All right. Well, would you like me to send that to you, Frank, just to see, or no?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. If you want, I can give you some quick feedback.
And then there was just one more thing I just realized is I know Frank mentioned it, and I know Rudee mentioned it, that Epic Life Academy is not the right name for this program at all.
Right.
And Rudee has sent me a draft that says the clear path with Kavon.
Okay.
And I was wondering what your thoughts on that was as a marketing.
Yeah. Copywriter. What was the name again? Clear path.
Clear path.
See, Rudee, this is where you gotta go, Frank.
What?
No, it's the clear path.
The clear path with Kavon.
Okay.
Well, with Kavon isn't part of like the official title. That's just there for for the logo purposes.
Oh, okay, so the clear path is the.
Okay. Well, so my reaction is, if I read that, my opinion is the name of it should be so clear that I know exactly what this thing is. And my own opinion about it is clear path is pretty broad, and people aren't going to know, they're not going to know what that means. And my thought is, when they hear this name, ideally, well, there's two approaches right out there in terms of marketing. One is the whole, generic branding thing, like I think they've changed 9X, right? Instead of New York Tel, they changed to 9X, which has no meaning at all to what they do, right? Or the other approach is something very specific in terms of what they do. And I'm a direct response copywriter, so I would lean towards something very clear. I mean, this is not it, but I'm giving an example, okay? This is not it, but ADD Entrepreneur Solution. It's just an example of something a little more specific. Now, I guess another thing you got to decide, I don't know what you guys were thinking on this. Are you going to brand the whole thing for ADD, or are you going to try to take I have an opinion about it, but are you going to take a broader approach in terms of the name of this thing and not... Go ahead.
So this moment, it's, everything is branded for ADD, ADHD. Like that's all there is in the universe.
Good.
After we get the financial footing of this, then, definitely hitting his next target market and expanding past that. But for now, this is the entire world.
Good. Well, I was hoping to say that. So anyway, yeah, I agree with you completely. So going back to the name, I think the name should reflect something. So somebody with ADD knows this is the place where I'm going to solve my problem. Or, it has to be refined more, but that's kind of the idea.
About the ADD, ADHD solution.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's it.
Chatterbox.
Yeah, I mean,
Chatterbox, because that's what it's all up there, just chatter.
Yeah.
So maybe
go ahead.
Something about like reducing the mental chatter or increasing clarity. I mean, I'm good with like whatever. I totally defer to your expertise in program naming, so I'm with it. But we all agree that Epic Life Academy is not the name for this. So whatever happens next, I'm cool.
Yeah, like I agree. I knew that too. What a fucking see! I make every wrong mistake entrepreneurs make. I go spend $200 on a damn stupid logo that I'm never going to use.
No, I think you can use it later with their stuff for your students and your younger people. This just isn't it.
No, I know that. Yeah, no, I know that. Like totally. So what is that name?
Well,
what is that name? Because are there people that you can call? Like who? Like are there people you can pay to give you ID? Like, you know what I mean? Because I have a couple of problems I'm having right now.
Yeah.
And I want to get them fixed before I start getting that presence. Is I don't want to brand Kavon anymore as Kavon. Like I want to have people know who Kavon is. But I don't want it to be Tony Robbins International for many reasons. I've talked to many mentors on this, including someone who works with Tony Robbins. And having my name branded like that is bad business.
I agree.
When I get older.
That's totally correct.
An event, and I'm not there, people are not going to come. So I need to know, you know, like I need to have two, like I need to have whatever the big full business name is. Kavon is like just Kavon, who like whatever the me is me. And then there's this name that we're doing here. So what is this one product of?
Yeah, so I mean, I'd like some time to work on it, but another one that came to mind is this. Still don't like it, but ADD Life Unleashed.
Ooh.
Huh.
ADD Life Unleashed. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I still don't think it's it.
What would that logo look like?
Well, maybe that's the main title. So it's Life Unleashed, something thriving with ADD. Entrepreneur take next level with ADD, business growth. You know what I mean?
ADD Unleashed, you said?
So Life Unleashed.
What about thriving with ADD for entrepreneurs?
No, yeah, Life Unleashed is the main like thing.
Life Unleashed.
And then the subheading has ADD in the name, but it's very direct. It's like, you know, growing your business with ADD or thriving as an entrepreneur with ADD. It doesn't like whatever for the impact. Just them being very clear. You buy this program. This is what happens for you with ADD.
Yeah, I'd like some more time to work on it, but
yeah.
Good.
So yeah, okay.
So like we have so much left to do, right? So like I think we're not going to market next week and 2 weeks from now.
Well,
are we?
You know, it's always the trade-off between making it quote perfect, which obviously there's no way, and it's a work in progress, you know. And
how do we make it? Like I told you, you never make it perfect.
No, I
know. Always just make it enough to go to market with, and then you retweak. Now I've already gone to market with it round one, and by myself, lone wolf, not knowing whatever I did, and I did an okay job.
Yeah.
You already know that the market kind of wants it, or the kind of takes to it. Now we've redefined it. We've got two major marketing people that have direction with it. Plus, I have someone who's going to run my ads for me versus me trying to figure all that out, you know, on a product that was already good enough. The market already paid for. So we are at that second level. And I believe that there's going to be a third level to it.
Sure.
But what do we need to get the second level done to go to market within like 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, well,
we were supposed to have money. I was supposed to have money by the end of November that was going to be able to pay for my shit. Now, I'm starting to think that ain't going to happen. But like, I don't know if I can go between November and December.
No. I told you we got this holiday thing working against us, right? We got to get it out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people aren't going to have their minds on this as we get closer to the holidays.
Rudee.
Yeah.
What did you send me though? What was that thing you sent me?
Oh yeah. I mean, so there's one. I absolutely agree with you, Frank. Like we have to hurry up, and the holidays are against us. There's the exception that I can think of to this is Michael Hyatt's Best Year Ever program. You know, he exclusively, and again, you know, Kavon doesn't have the market saturation of Michael Hyatt just yet, so Michael Hyatt can do that.
Okay.
But he exclusively sells a program between December 7th and 23rd or something. Like he only sells it at the holidays, but it's because it's about some of these very similar things. It's about, you know, framing your success, setting yourself up for being the best success possible, and all of his branding and marketing around it is, you know, are you proud of what has happened this year? When you look at this year, how do you feel about it? When you look at next year, how do you feel about how you're equipped or how you're going to show up for next year? If any of those things aren't feeling like they should, come do this.
Yeah, no, I understand completely. Yeah. No, you can't argue with that at all. I mean, there's another way to approach it, right? So I guess but you know, I mean, we all know the sooner the better. I mean, it's.
So I have a bit of a controversial suggestion.
Yeah.
What is the absolute bare minimum of content and set a goal to get this live by the end of next week? Like, what is the most bare bones minimum thing that we can do? It would basically be like Rohan said that he needed 3 videos, and I've got a format for those videos, but I totally defer to whatever you guys want to do.
But dude, I haven't even got those videos scripts, and if you need me to do video, I'm doing video on Wednesday for all this other video, so I need to get all this video in, and I already have, holy shit, because I'm just thinking here, I already have 4 or 5 videos to do, plus the Rohan videos. You know what I mean? So I might as well.
Yeah, those are the videos that I'm talking about, the Rohan videos. I'm saying, so Rohan needs 3. Is it possible that we can take those 3 and build something around those and just get something with just a couple pieces of content and those 3 videos, and we just go out the door, and then we build the rest in the weeks after to create a more complete funnel? But we have like the sales page that I've got. Frank writes a primary opt-in page for people to land after those 3 videos. And then we have maybe 1 follow-up email for now, and we just get out the door with this thing by next week. Well,
I don't know. I guess. Yeah, I don't know what all that is, but.
No, I'm saying so you guys Rohan needs 3 videos to get people through the funnel. And I'm saying we just take the format that we talked about at the beginning of this call, we just deeply abridge it. Like we just take like 2 things out of that. Whatever, from your perspective, Frank, the most important 1 or 2 pieces to get out the door, and then we build the rest after that.
Frank does not like that.
You're right.
I can tell he doesn't like that. Now, here's the thing then. Here's my question is, because I'm not liking that either. Like, I've already did that already, and I was really, so here's my thing is it's the 12th right now. Like, that gives me, like, if I said, can we get this all done, ready to get launched for that last week of November, which would be the 28th, 29th, 30th, week, that would give us 2 full weeks. Is that enough time to get the videos? Like, if I get the video scripts and all that stuff, next Wednesday I would launch the video. Like, next Wednesday I do the videos. Let's say that's 2 or 3 or 4 day turnaround for the videos to get completed, cutted, all that, whatever. In the meantime, we have sales copy. So Bobby is the other name. Bobby's creating the funnel, right? Creating the copy that Frank gives him while those videos are getting put together. Then say 2 or 3 days for Rohan to do his thing with the Facebook thing. In the meantime of all that's happening, me and Frank are busting our asses to make sure that the introduction week 1, week 2 is designed and ready to go on the back end page. So then we launch that last week, November, at like 95%, completed on the sales funnel, let's say, and with emails and all that. And then in the month of December, we can work on, we are going to tweak. We're going to have to tweak the messaging the whole way through anyways. Is that something we can do? And then me just go and figure out how I got to survive for the next 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, well, to answer your question, it could be done in 2 weeks. Is that your question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudee?
Yeah, I mean, I just have it's the sales page. Like, the only thing that I'm in this equation is the website sales page.
Yeah. But what do you think of that though? Like, overall,
I'm with it. Yeah, I'm with it. I think definitely. And from my perspective, it's like, as long as we have something that's about the right timeline, and as long as we have something for when you're making the presentation format that we worked out yesterday for your groups, as long as they have someplace they can go, we're fine.
Yeah, you're talking about that sales page that you're going to create.
Yeah, and as long as they can go somewhere and see something, we're absolutely fine, and I'm with it.
In the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frank?
Yeah. It's good.
This is like it's go time. What scares me is but I'm happy it doesn't involve a lot too much of me after the videos, is I'm not here the next 2 weekends. So I don't have like what the last 4 weekends I've been working 7 days a week, in my office. But the key then, Rudee and Frank, is I need those scripts for Tuesday night.
Right.
Like I need your, and you know that, Frank. So Rudee, I totally even forgot about the videos that Rohan wanted. So if we can get those scripts too, then I can shoot all day Wednesday for these scripts.
What are those videos? Just so I know what's going on.
They're the videos that we're going to be playing on Facebook to get people to like click in to get to the opt-in page.
So is it a video ad or it's live?
Yeah, like video ad, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, video ads. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
I don't know how long it takes my Bobby to build all this stuff out. I don't think it takes him long to build out a basic funnel, but like, I don't know if you saw, Rudee, the funnel that we're trying to emulate, and to me, it's not a basic funnel. There's a lot of moving parts in there. Plus, there's a lot of graphic design that I need. I need someone who's a good graphic designer that does it all. Like, I can't find
Did you see the Upwork link that I sent you?
Yeah, but he's $35 an hour. Like, is that not like a lot of money? Like, when I can get like some Chinese, like,
well, okay, but you want
for 12?
You got to decide, do you want it's quality or price? And so he is the cheapest of that caliber that you're going to find. Of course you can find people cheaper, but will they be as good? And if it doesn't matter if they're as good, as long as something exists, then you can do whatever. But
no, I mean, you're the marketing person, right? We don't want to, I don't like, my brand is not cheap. I'm not cheap. I've never lived my life cheap. So I want my brand to be a luxury premium brand.
I know what I sent you is about the cheapest that you're going to get within that caliber of like looking like well done design. They don't go, a very well established designer can command up to $250 per, an hour. Like it's a really, really, really good one. So 35 for something that looks really solid and good, that's damn good.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Well, just so you know, I did message him. I just messaged him, and because I had someone else who wasn't getting back to me, so I messaged him actually yesterday, and I haven't heard back from him. But I just said, hey, I got your number from my marketing manager. Blah 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 blah. If you would like to help me, I'll give you the specifications, because I need the graphic design for those banners for my podcast. But then I also need him to design, like, I need someone to design those CDs that we had an idea of, like, make it look like there are CDs in the package. There isn't, but and then those, when they do, they show like the computer with the cell phone and the tablet with the graphic on that as well. You'll see it all on that one sales funnel, that like one page. We're trying to take this, like, this isn't like, how many sales funnels I get into that are like, you can tell that these kids are like the ones that did what I did, paid $8,000 for someone to teach them how to do it a little bit. Like,
yeah.
This launch, and that's why I don't mind if I have to eat another 2 weeks to make it look like, no, I'm not playing in the beginner game anymore. I'm playing with Lisa Nichols. I'm playing with Tony Robbins. I'm playing with those guys. Even though people don't know my name,
and I think
go through a funnel that looks like, whoa, this guy must be doing something.
And I think the biggest, from my perspective, my whole thing about this is, it's not about how you appear, it's what you're offering. And yes, we want this to be crisp and clean, but it's like, to be totally frank, you're not those guys yet. Sorry, Frank, you know what I mean?
No, you don't. No, that doesn't insult me. Oh, Frank, yeah. No, I get it. You're right. I'm not those guys.
I'm not those guys right now. Who you are and what you are is the highest. And I had this kind of brain flash yesterday is, yes, it is important that people hear you speak, but at this point in the game, your highest value to people is not to speak to them and to have them like look at you. Your highest value and the thing that people are going to pay you for right now is you are with them. You're not the guy that they're looking up at. You're the guy that's beside them in the mud, crawling with them, next to them, encouraging them to like run for their life. Like,
did you get that, Frank? That's good copy right there.
Yeah. Hold on.
You got that?
No.
I'm not someone you look up to. I'm the one who's. I'm not going to be I'm not the one that walks in front of you. I'm not the one that walks behind you. I'm the one that walks beside you.
Yeah, and you're next to them. You're screaming, go, 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 let's do this together. Like, that's your value prop. At a later point, you are that guy on a podium being like, and here's how, and your presence as just a motivational figure is the thing. But for now, what people are going to hand you money for and what people are really resonating with you on is Kavon is with me, and Kavon is saying that he's going to be my partner. And I think that everything about how we're branding it has to eliminate any form of separateness. And it's all about, you're right here, I'm right here. Let's do this. That's the tone for everything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it.
What do you
Good.
think of that, Frank?
No, it's good. I took it down. It's very good. Yeah.
Oh, Frank?
Can you hear me?
Did we lose Frank?
No, he's there. I see him, but
Hold
can't
on.
hear him.
Hold on.
He's saying 1 minute. He's giving us the middle finger. He's almost there. I hear what you're saying, and Rudee and I, that's why I always appreciate you bringing me my head back down. You're right. Like, I'm not one of those guys right now. You know?
No, I liked it. I muted the mic because there's a lot of noise here, but yeah, I got it. It's good.
Yeah.
Very
okay.
Good.
Well, I want to be respectful to everyone's time. It's a Saturday, so I don't want to take up. I do want to say thank you so much, for doing this. And Rudee, thank you for thinking about me outside of working hours. I like that. I mean, I like that commitment level. Because Frank calls me at like 12 in the morning. He calls me at like 3 in the morning. Yesterday, I think he was I woke up and my Kelsey was having coffee with him through Skype. Like, I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Excellent. Okay.
Rudee, do you have that person you maybe said a video edit? No, actually, Frank, you said you might have someone who's a video editor too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. Because I really want to get okay, great. Boom.
Okay.
Kavon, I gotta ring you back for 1 second after we wrap here.
Okay.
Okay.
See you later.
So Frank, I'll call you on Skype after I'm done here.
Yeah. Well, we need to set a time to get back together again to talk about another part of this.
Yeah, talk other stuff. So I'll call you right after I'm done talking with
Or
Rudee.
just message me and then we'll see what's the schedule. Okay, bye.
Yeah,
Leaving.
okay. Good job, Frank.